Okay, we're back. Kitchen windows. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. The old bay windows, you're going to see cracked glass. It's just starting to crack up at the tops. I don't know if you could see these little tiny cracks up here. Okay, same with right over here too. You can just see it's starting to crack in a couple of areas. Just be aware of that. I'm not seeing any indication of anything leaking. There's no staining, no moisture intrusion, nothing that looks like anything's leaking. So just keep your eye on that portion of that little bay window right there. All right. Kitchen receptacles. Outlets, plugs. I don't know if you've ever seen the kind that have the two little buttons, like a red and a black button, a test and a reset button. That's called a GFCI receptacle, ground fault circuit interrupter. What it is it's a safety device. It trips the power to whatever's plugged into it in the event if something funny happens. Like my computer that's plugged in here accidentally falls into the sink of water. It'll trip the power to it. They're great little devices. They're about $12 right now. You have good electrical. You have a 100 amp service to the unit. You got plenty of power. All your 3-prong outlets are grounded. So if you wanted to replace this receptacle and that receptacle with these GFCI receptacles, it'd be pretty easy to do. Good electrician or good handyman that knows anything about electrical. This particular receptacle right here is just a little bit loose. Okay, the cover plate needs to be pulled out. There's a couple of screws there to tighten that up. It's a little bit loose right now. Corrugated flue pipe. Okay, we don't like to use this kind of corrugated flue pipe because it's corrugated. The grease that comes up from our cooking tends to stick around the corrugation. We're worried about heat and grease, so we use a single wall flue pipe, just regular tin or B-vent flue pipe. Another thing too is you could see that somebody at one point has tried to tape it to the connection up into there, but it's not taped properly and it's really not a good connection. So this wouldn't be too expensive to fix something like this. It'd be pretty easy to do. Again, more of a handyman thing than anything else. All right. Kitchen exhaust vent receptacles, we talked about that, showed you the window. The dryer vent and laundry. Again, we got corrugated dryer vent. It's okay to use as a connector. And I mean as a connector, just from the dryer to the wall. That's okay, but we don't like it to run through the wall. And right now, there's no other connection in the wall other than that flex line. Okay, so the only way to hook it up right now is to run it through the wall. It's not rated as a vent, and it shouldn't be concealed, and it shouldn't run through wall. They make special wall inserts that are fixed single wall flue pipe that are actually specifically meant for this. So before you just go throwing it into the wall, you might want to look into that. Again, it's a pretty handyman type thing to fix. Bathroom receptacles. Those little GFCI receptacles that I was telling you about, we put them all over the bathrooms now. It's a very good idea. None of them are in any of the bathrooms, okay? Always a good idea, good safety device. Sink and plumbing. The connection at the sink of the master bathroom. If you open up the cabinet, you look underneath. When you've got the water on it, drains. One of the connections is dripping. Okay? You want to go see?
Yeah.
Come on. Right there, right at this connection right here is where it's leaking. You can see down here, you can see some of the dampness that's coming. It's just a connection, again, handyman, easy fix for a handyman, but you definitely do not want anything leaking into the cabinet because it will eventually deteriorate that cabinet. Bathroom sinks, tub and shower. I just made a note that the tub, the stopper mechanism there at the tub, is just not working. It's not, it appears to not be hooked up. Okay, so it's not, I just hate for you to get here in your first night, you know, you want to take a nice hot bath, and that's not going to happen for you because the stopper mechanism is not working. All right? Building interior, smoke detectors, bedrooms, and in the hallways as well. Also in the hallway, we put carbon monoxide detector now, but I think that's governed. I think that's part of escrow, so I think that might be something that they have to provide you with. So ask Jonathan about that. Let's see. Kitchen, laundry, bathrooms, building interior, smoke detectors, garage, fire doors. The door that separates the house from the garage, okay? It appears to be a fire-rated door, okay? Doesn't have a stamp on it, but it feels like it's a solid core door, and it's definitely 1 3/8 inches. I believe that's a new standard today, okay? It is self-closing, as you can see, but it's not latching, okay? It's supposed to be self-closing and self-latching, and it won't do it because the striker mechanism's missing, and this isn't latching, okay? Look, the door's not going to prevent a fire. What we're trying to do is, God forbid there's a fire in the garage, we're trying to slow it down, okay? This door, if it's fire rated, it'll give us an hour rating. Hopefully by then the fire brigade can come out and put the thing out before it enters our house. If there's a little crack or a little seal in the door and it's not fully closed, that fire is going to seek this little area because it's looking for air. It needs to breathe. Okay, so that's why we like it self-closing and self-latching. I know that drives people a lot crazy because especially in and out, the thing's always shutting behind you. All right, but it is what it is. Receptacles, those little GFCI receptacles with the 2 little buttons, we put them out in the garage now as well. Okay, that's it. It's a nice unit, it's built well, it's a neat little unit. You got your own water supply system, you got your own water shutoff valve out in the front. I've given you locations of everything. You got your own gas meter out in the back here. It does have a seismic safety shutoff valve on it. That's a little leveling device. It will automatically shut your gas off in the event of an emergency or in the event of an earthquake or something. Very good plumbing, it's all copper plumbing. You have very good PSI, it says water flow and water pressure. The heating and air conditioning unit, have that looked at. It's not old by any means, it's 2003. So bring somebody in just to tidy that up. I ran all your appliances for you. They're all working fine. What else can I tell you? That's about it. A lot of the windows have been redone. There's some of the original windows that are still here. Just be aware that I couldn't find any window screens, okay? So I don't know if that matters to you or not, but just be aware that they may be someplace, but I can't find them, all right? What else can I tell you? I don't know. You have to call me if you have any questions. I'm going to call you tonight when I get back to the office. I'll go over this stuff with you again over the phone, and then I can tell you who to make the check out to my company and where to send that. And I've already got an invoice for you in your report. I've got 2 of them. There's one for you and there's one for me.
Can you email the PDF and I forward it to her?
I'm going to email it anyways,
yeah, okay.
Of course.
Yeah,
and I'm going to email her one too.
Yes.
Because I've got your email address as well. So
yeah.
I'm going to send you one, Kelly, and Jonathan, I'm going to send you one as well.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you. Thank you, Charlie.
You're welcome.
Say
So
bye-bye.
call me if you got any questions. Ciao.